Here we go. There's the spin. Can Robbie do an 8? I think he's done one every time he's spun. Let's see. Robbie will spin it around, and where it stops will probably be on 6. 8 or none, that means they'll go heads up.
Torrey Vaughn, the 4th in the 4. Will begin in the 14th position. Chris Munger, the 2 and 13th. It's Buck Munger in the 20. He begins in 12th in the truck. Debbie Biesecker, the 14 truck, 11th on the outside of row 5. Cory Millard in the 18, one of the other ladies in the field, having a very good run, 5th in the points so far for 2011. Chris Bechtel, the 52, is 9th. Chase McAdams, the 62, is in 8th. And it's Jay Andrews, the 71 truck, in 7th on the outside of row number 3. In qualifying today, Curtis Hughes in the 70, Jonathan Mullett, the 95, Rick Potter in the 21 and 4th, Troy Turnage, the 90, qualified 3rd, Tommy Nixon qualified the 8 truck in the 2nd position, and Robbie Davis qualified the 17 up front. They spun the wheel, but they did not invert any. It was either 8 or nothing, and Robbie Davis spun, I think it was like a 4, so that meant that it was either 8 or nothing. So nothing, meaning that he did not have to start back and forth. So we got lucky on that spin. Robbie Davis and Tommy Nixon begin the race up front. Tommy Nixon leads in the points by 2 over Robbie Davis. Rick Potter 3rd in points. Troy Turnage 4th. Cory Millard 5th. Jonathan Mullett is 6th, running for the Rookie of the Year. Chase McAdams 7th. Debbie Biesecker is 8th in points. Chris Bechtel 9th. And Buck Munger in the top 10. And they are set to go as the green flag is about to fly from Stickman Jimmy Walker tonight. Super Truck with Larry King Long underway at Langley Speedway. Tommy Nixon on the outside in a very dangerous spot. He's on the outside of the 90 of Troy Turnage. He's trying to get up there and challenge with Robbie Davis for that top spot. He's in the 17. Troy gets a good bite down low, but Tommy Nixon able to take off right into the 2nd spot just ahead. 21 now, Rick Potter. He's got a good race truck. He's challenged by the 52, Chris Bechtel. He comes down low, makes the pass. Rick loses a position. Larry King Law Super Trucks here at Langley Speedway. This is a 25-lap race. Robbie Davis showing the way down the truck link ahead of the 8. And the 8 truck is looking at Robbie Davis. Dubin Metal, Standard Welding, PNC Mortgage, Signs and Graphics to go. Tommy Nixon, as the caution flag comes out, is about to make a challenge for the lead. Got a piece of debris, it looks like. And they'll get that off the racetrack, and we'll be back underway in just a minute. 3 laps completed here for the Larry King Law Super Trucks. A couple of parts here on the front straightaway they'll pick up. Reason for the caution flag. It's really good if you're back there in 4th or 5th and you have a fast truck or car, you're able to make a pass on the outside. See if anybody takes it. 21, Rick Potter is going to try it out on the outside of the front. Robbie Davis. Also looks like Chase McAdams in the 62. Cory is going to do it too in the 18. And Chris Munger in the 2 is going to give it a try on the outside. Robbie Davis will try and hold off a very hungry number 8. Tommy Nixon, as always, a challenger out here for the Super Trucks. Troy Turnage, the 90, Jonathan Mullett, Jay Andrews, Chris Bechtel, and here we go. Potter tries it on the outside, but unable to make anything happen with it. Chase McAdams also, he's back there in about 4th or 5th or 6th position now. 7th, possibly, as the 52 of Chris Bechtel gets by, down low. And the 2 is coming too. That's Chris Munger. There goes Tommy Nixon. He makes the move at the exit of turn number 2. Robbie Davis not giving up in that 17. follows the tailgate of Thomas Nixon. Tommy Nixon of Norfolk, JES Foundation and Basement Repair, number 8. Mazelle's Front End Service, Athlete's Edge, and Allergy and Asthma Specialist sponsoring him this year. Custom Painting of Virginia also. And the 17, Robbie Davis from Chesapeake. Last year's champion in the Dubin Medal, Standard Welding, PNC Mortgage, and Signs and Graphics to go, number 17. Troy Turnage having an outstanding season so far in the 90 from New Kent, Virginia. Middle Peninsula Insurance, AC Masters, Carroll's Automotive sponsoring the 90. Turnage Welding also. Jonathan Mullet from Hampton, Virginia, the Standard Welding, PNC Mortgage, East Coast Customs, and Earth Development, number 95 and 4th. And Jay Andrews in the 71 from Carrollton, Virginia, Standard Welding, Computing Solutions, PNC Mortgage, and East Coast Customs. Robbie Davis is not giving up on the lead as he closes in on Tommy Nixon. Eight laps completed. This is only a 25-lap race, so you got to get going fast. Robbie Davis staying right with Tommy Nixon in the 8 truck. The 2 points leaders, first and second. Tommy Nixon and Robbie Davis, first and second in tonight's event. And Troy Turnage, who is 4th in the points, right there in the 3rd spot. Ahead of the 95, Jonathan Mullet running for the Rookie of the Year and having an outstanding run tonight. He is in 4th. Jay Andrews also having a good run from Carrollton, Virginia. There he goes by. Chase McAdams in that number 62. Laps completed. We need our Super Street cars ready to go immediately following this race. All Super Street drivers, make sure you're strapped in and ready to go right after this race, and it's going by fast. We're 12 laps into it, halfway the next time by, and a great challenge again for the lead with the 17, Robbie Davis, all over the back end of that 8 for the lead. Robbie Davis waiting for the 8 to make a mistake so he can capitalize on it and take that lead away. Doesn't look like the lap traffic is going to come into scene for a while. 13 laps completed. Tommy Nixon leads Robbie Davis, Troy Turnage, Jonathan Mullet, Chase McAdams, the top 5. Jay Andrews, Chris Bechtel, Curtis Hughes, Rick Potter, and Chris Munger in the top 10, followed by Cory Millard, Buck Munger, Debbie Biesecker. Tori Vaughn only able to complete 3 laps of this race. '70 machine gets by that 71, moves up a little bit into the 6th position. Jay Andrews goes back to 7th. If they can get up by that 70 of Curtis Hughes. The 21 is coming. Rick Potter. In a spin. The 90 gets into the 8 truck of Tommy Nixon. 17, Robbie Davis got by. Tommy Nixon right there in the 2nd spot. And Troy Turnage making contact. 16 laps completed. And the 90 goes behind the 8 of Tommy Nixon. And let's see who's going to take the cone. Those 2 drivers, by the way, are ineligible to take that cone because they brought out the caution flag. And nobody is going to take the cone. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what the 95 is going to be able to do. Jonathan Mullet, you know he's hungry in that machine. He's ready to go right behind Robbie Davis. Chase McAdams also in that 62 truck. Curtis Hughes in the 70. Rick Potter in the 21. He was starting to make some moves too. Looks like his truck was starting to come to him. And the 71 with Jay Andrews. Green flag to fly here for the final 10 laps. Tommy Nixon Nixon and the 90 will be coming to the front. '52 also making a move. Chris Bechtel trying to get by that 71. And a spin as Robbie Davis spins here in 4. Tommy Nixon goes down into the dirt to avoid a crash, as does the 2. He gets spun around. Chris Munger. Well, that didn't last long. And look at this. Look who's up front. 95, Jonathan Mullet. Checking the track. We've had some new and different winners in 2011 so far, not only here at Langley Speedway, but also in the Cup Series. So let's see if the 8 and the 90 decide to do it. Tommy Nixon and Troy Turnage, 2 of the fastest trucks on the track. See if they can get back up there and challenge. Well, the 62, Chase McAdams goes to the outside to take the cone. And here goes Tommy Nixon and the 2. Chris Munger is going to decide to try it out. Tommy Nixon and Troy Turnage. So look out up front. It's going to get wild with these guys. 95, Jonathan Mullet showing the way. Hampton, Virginia driver Jonathan Mullet, the Standard Welding, PNC Mortgage, East Coast Customs, and Earth Development Incorporated Ford Ranger set to lead the field with 10 laps to go as the green flag flies. Chase McAdams chose to take the cone. He's on the outside challenging for the lead. 3, almost 4 wide between turns 1 and 2, a little bit further back. Chris Munger down on the inside in the 2, but the 8 gets by. Tommy Nixon is headed to the front as he closes in on the tailgate of the 21 of Rick Potter. Jonathan Mullet doing an outstanding job. He stays about 2 to 3 truck lengths ahead of the 62 of Chase McAdams back there in the 2nd spot. Big scramble up here for the 3rd spot. Tommy Nixon looks to the outside of Rick Potter between turns 1 and 2. Falls back in line, now looks to the bottom, down the back straightaway to take over that 3rd position. Troy Turnage also makes a pass at the same time. He moves up into 5th. Tommy Nixon again with a challenge on the 62 for the 2nd spot. He gets a good bite at the exit of turn 2. Closes up right next to him, side by side. Meanwhile, the 52 is coming to the pits. Chris Bechtel with a problem. Chase McAdams almost lost it at the exit of turn 4. Now Troy Turnage on the outside gets by Rick in the 21 to take over the 4th position. 71 now in the pits. Jay Andrews with the problem. And here goes Tommy Nixon. He goes up and makes the pass. Tommy Nixon in the lead with 5 laps to go. Jonathan Mullet has done an outstanding job tonight. He's right back there in the 2nd spot, hanging tough with the 8 of Tommy Nixon. Still a good battle back here for about the 4th position. And it looks like that Troy Turnage has turned his night around as he goes back into the 3rd spot just ahead of Chase McAdams, 62, the 21 Rick Potter. But up there for the lead, Jonathan Mullet trying to come back and mount a challenge on Tommy Nixon for the lead. 3 laps to go, and the 4 truck is off the pace again. Torrey Vaughn came back out. Tries to get his truck back into the pits. Going very slow, though. Jonathan Mullet He's trying to chase down that 8 all over his back tailgate with just a few laps to go. One, two, 3, and 4 right there together. Tommy Nixon gets the white flag. Jonathan Mullet mounts a challenge again, but he's got pressure by the 90 of Troy Turnage, who's in 3rd. Last chance for the 95. He can't quite do it. The checkered flag is going to go to Tommy Nixon. Jonathan Mullet with an outstanding run tonight in the 95. The 90, Troy Turnage finishes 3rd. And the 62, Chase McAdams 4th. Rick Potter, the 21, is in 5th. There goes the 18. She gets by Cory Millard. Another great run for her this season. Chris Munger, the 2 truck, finishes in 6th. Then it's Cory. Debbie Biesecker in the 8th position. Chris Bechtel moves up to the 52 and 9th. He had a pit stop that put him back a little bit. But Tommy Nixon, your points leader, finds himself back in the Dale Lemons victory lane. He will claim the checkered flag. Jonathan Mullet, what a great job the 95 did tonight. Troy Turnage, the 93rd. Chase McAdams, Rick Potter, the top 5. And let's send it down to Chuck as we get ready for the next race. All Super Street racers, make sure you are ready to go.
Thank you very much, Mike. The 8 truck, as we were talking about, boy, confidence boost there. Tommy Nixon comes from the rear to win this race tonight in the Larry King Law Super Trucks, and he was driving his heart out. Damage, you'll see to the driver's side front, and man, look how it's rubbing against that tire. In just a few more laps, that tire could have gone away, but extreme damage on the driver's side down that 8 truck. Tommy will crawl out of this truck, and man, he will be crowned the winner again here at Langley Speedway for the Larry King Law Super Trucks at Langley Speedway. As the Heritage Motor Company Super Streets prepare to do battle here in a matter of moments for 40 laps. We'll talk to Tommy as he will emerge out of this truck a winner here at Langley Speedway. Bruce, that was close. Look how close that is to that tire. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, he drives number 8, and he is almost there. Here he is, Tommy Nixon. Get on out of that winning truck here, Tommy. There you go, buddy. All right, tell us about all this. What's going on here?
Well, Robbie made a good run on me, got up underneath on me. We made a little contact. I mean, it was no big deal. We just got together. I mean, that's good, and it's hard racing. I really appreciate all his efforts. He tried to keep up off of me, but it's all good. And Troy did the same thing. He just drove in there real hard and got into me and turned me around. But, hey, it's they said it wasn't, he didn't mean to do it, and he was just driving hard to get to that move up there to the front.
And it's all about winning the very competitive division this year, and it's always been a very competitive division. But to put it in victory lane, you'll get the bumps and scrapes all fixed out, but it's got to be good to have a win.
Yeah, it sure is. We may have hurt the motor a little bit tonight. Looked like it overheated right there at the very end and started making a little bit of noise, so I'm not sure what that is. Hopefully it's just a minor issue. But I tell you what, I got to thank Gene Nichols. He's been out here helping me tune this thing up and get it going. JES, allergy and asthma specialist. I've got Athlete's Edge coming on board doing some T-shirts for us. I've got CBX Modular Homes. I've got Heritage Motor Company who's sponsoring a bunch of stuff out here. They're doing really well. And Mazelle's Front End Frame Service, we're the best shop in town. So got to thank all the fans, and not sure who's the sponsor tonight.
Well, we got quite a few. Hampton Roads Plumbing, Action Security, Little G.I. Joe's, and Milani Brothers. So we thank all those sponsors as well.
Yes, sir. Thank all y'all for coming out here and fighting this weather. Looks like we're going to get this thing in, and Larry King Law for sponsoring this division.
Absolutely, and we've got a winning trophy for you right here. There you go.